So, welcome back to another episode of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. So, in the previous episode, we saw Assassin for the first time, or I assume that was Assassin, the girl with like the blindfold. She looked really cool. I wonder who she's gonna end up being and who's her master. I guess we'll find out as we watch, slowly but surely. Even though it takes a bit of time in UBW to see all of the masters, it seems like, but I'm fine with that. I feel like it's gonna be fun trying to, trying to uncover the mystery of who's the master and who isn't and stuff like that, because right now there are so many suspicious people here, like Issei, like Shinji, like Sakura, like even the girl who apparently disappeared, right? The girl from the archery club. Like, I even doubt her. And then there's the teacher, the male teacher, who's really suspicious. So there's so many people here who could be masters, who are very suspicious, but I guess we'll see who actually is the master. Also, we don't really know what Gilgamesh's plans are so far. Like, how is he gonna be involved in this? Because he's not a servant right now. He's just a guy, a cool guy. So I wonder what's gonna be, what he's gonna be doing and stuff like that. Also, I wonder what if Kirei has any kind of ploy of his own, any plan. I guess we'll see all of that as we watch. Also, we saw Rin and Shirou. I was gonna say Shinji. Shirou battle it out a bit in the previous episode. Rin was like very adamant. I guess the reason that she wanted to do that was kind of to show him how vulnerable he is without Saber. But also, she then quickly switched up on him when he saved her, and she was like, okay, let's call it a truce for now. Let's not attack each other, and maybe even let's help each other a little bit if need be. And I guess that's where we left off. So I wonder if Shirou realized that maybe he's gonna need Saber alongside him more often, or what's gonna happen from there. I guess there's only one way to find out. So if you wanna watch this uncut and unblurred, it's gonna be on my Patreon, which is down in the description. And without further ado, let's go into Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, episode 6. Look at him. Is his arm healed though? It is. Yeah, Rin healed it, right? Who's following him? Archer. Oh, Saki. I've heard that one before in anime. He's so cool. Is every archer just really cool? It seems like it. Yeah, Shirou? Are you sure about that one? Mirage. Oh! Whoa! Answers the call of her own volition. Yeah, they're kind of forced into this. Interesting.
サーバントという殻を与えられた英霊はその時点で元の人間性を取り戻せる。
Wait, once again.
まあな、サーバントとい
Being
う殻を
provided
与
with the
えられ
servant.
た英霊はその時点で元の人間性を取り戻せる。かつての執念、かつての無念とともにな。無念？想像してみろ。自身の思いを遂げられず死んだ生き、死してなお人間どものいいように呼び出される者の感情を。それもこれも聖杯を求めるがゆえだろうがな。そこまでのものはなんでお前はいらないって言うんだ。私には叶えられない願いなどなかった。私は望みを叶えて死に英霊となった。故に叶えるべき望みはない。
I fulfilled my dream. So he remembers that he fulfilled his dream. That's interesting because up until now he didn't really remember anything about himself. But now he remembers the fact that he in his life fulfilled his dream before he got reincarnated or before he got called into the war. That's that's interesting. I don't know what that actually means, but okay. I don't know if he's just remembering some stuff or if he's either lying here or maybe he was lying about the fact that he doesn't remember anything from his life. I don't know. But it must be one of those three things. Another interesting thing is, so that's a really interesting perspective because I don't know why, but up until now, I always just assumed that the servants are gonna have some kind of wish, just like the masters do, right? Because the masters are chosen if they have like enough of a like. We've been presented by the Grail choosing the masters only if the master has like some kind of wish that they want fulfilled, even though it's not always completely the case, right? We've seen some masters just don't have necessarily a wish for the Grail, but still that's kind of the main concept of how it's the master was chosen. So I kind of assume that servants are also gonna have like some kind of wish, but no, obviously it makes sense. They're more so just tools, I guess, or like familiars for the mages or the masters to fight with. That's interesting. So Saber is the only one who actually can decide on her own to be summoned. That's interesting. I wonder what that means. So I don't get the specifics behind it, because let's say you use the Avalon to summon Saber, but let's say Saber doesn't want to be summoned, doesn't choose to be summoned there. So there's no servant appear, or is like a random servant, maybe someone else from the Knights of the Round Table summoned instead of Saber, someone related to her that could kind of be loosely connected to the Avalon. Is that how it works? If she chooses not to be summoned, or does it work completely differently? I don't know. And I feel like that was another thing that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. Oh, yeah, Gilgamesh. So he said that if they, I don't remember the exact wording, but something about the fact that if they regain their former shell, they can regain their humanity, the servants, right? So is that what happened with Gilgamesh? Is that like obtaining your body or obtaining a body, you can regain your humanity? Is that what happened with him at the end of Fate Zero? Or is that a spoiler? I don't think that's a spoiler, but I don't think it went really in detail about it in Zero. So is that kind of how it went? I don't know.
ただいま。おかえりなさい、先輩。いや、おかえりしろ。セーバーちゃんが怒ってたよ。
I just
みつづりさんはね。
I don't trust anyone. They did? Mitsuzuri, where? Whoa! She looks pretty traumatized to me. Also, we still don't know what's happening with the homicide, right? That they mentioned.
夜は物騒だから今夜もうちに泊まってほしい。あ、いや、できるならしばらく泊まり続けられるか。ごめん、困らせたか。はい、お言葉に甘えます。
God, I want to like Sakura. There's a part of me that really likes her, but there's a part of me that's just so suspicious of her.
セイバーが怒るのはもっともだ。でも先に今後の方針について話をさせてくれないか。学校に3人目のマスターがいた。で、
その3人目を探し出すまで遠坂とは休戦協定を結んだんだ。遠坂と協力するのは反対か？
いいえ、そういった大事を決めるのなら事前に相談をしてほしかっただけです。
ああ、すまない。
確認しますが、学校のマスターを倒した後はリンとの休戦協定は白紙に戻る。間違いはありませんね。
ああ。
それを理解しているのなら私からは何もありません。
But does he understand that? He says he does, but does he?
セイバー、お前は聖杯が必要なんだよ。
Hopefully he does.
はい。
けど、それは何のためなんだ？
Restore Britannia.
その質問は今後の方針に関わることなのでしょうか？
いや、
何かあったのですか、シロ？
いや、なんでもない。
私からも提案があります。これからは実戦形式で経験を積むべきです。
そうだな。よろしく頼む。
Another thing that I'm still wondering, sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot, I just have a few things that I'm wondering about, is, you know how Saber, when she met the teacher, when she went to school, right, she met the scary looking teacher, and she said, oh, I can sense, like, I don't know, something about him that he's not the master. So does that mean whenever she meets someone, she can sense if they're a master or not? If that's the case, she met Sakura. Now, this is all speculation, so if Sakura were actually a master, I feel like based on purely of the fact that she was able to recognize that teacher to not be a master, maybe Sakura is not a master because Saber would have recognized that she's a master. I don't know. Maybe that's not how it works out. Maybe I shouldn't be relying on that too much. And maybe I shouldn't be asking you guys too much about this because I feel like this could lead to a spoiler. So if it leads to any kind of spoiler, don't answer it. Shinji!
聞いたかい？僕も今朝道場で聞いたんだけどさ、三つ釣りのやつ、シントで見つかったんだってね。
The least suspicious person in class.
制服もボロボロだって話。
Glazed over.
何があったか知らないけど、普段選ぶってるあいつがどんな風に捨てられたのか、友人としてちょっとばかり興味が湧かないか。シンジ。怖いね。冗談だよ、冗談。ただの噂じゃないか。まあ昨日から1年の間じゃ有名になってるみたいだけどさ。三つ釣りと最後に会ったのはお前だろう。ただ世間話をしただけですけど。憶測で話すなよ。思いつきで言いがかりをつけると後悔する。
I mean, that's actually fair. He's so cartoonishly suspicious. It's actually kind of funny. Like, nobody said anything, and he was like, hey, did you hear about the thing that I was accused of?
遠坂は近くにマスターがいたらわかるものなのか。
そうね。何も再考してなければ。
Whoa. Pause. This.
マスターの識別？
遠坂は近くにマスターがいたらわかるものなのか。
そうね。何も再考してなければの話だけど。
Okay.
マスターは魔術師がなるものだから、魔力を探っていけば見つけられるわ。
Okay.
でも、あくまで容疑者よ、容疑者。
Okay.
エミヤ君？
トレス。
Here it is. The same symbol as the one on the roof. So I know I'm pausing a lot, sorry. What you can do with masters, identifying masters, is you can eliminate someone who has no traces of mana and stuff like that. You can kind of say, oh, they are definitely not a master, but there are a lot of people who will have traces of mana inside of them, and you can be like, oh, they could be a master, but you can not determine whether someone actually is a master or not. You can only eliminate some people who have zero traces, because you can't hide it in a way where you have zero traces of mana, but you can hide it in a way where you appear like just another person who has some traces of it. Okay, interesting. So that's how Saber was able to eliminate the teacher from being a master, because he had no traces of mana, but if like 100 people around you had traces of mana inside of them, one of them could be a master, and you couldn't tell which one if they were hiding it.
大したものね。
Okay.
これが忠告。
そう。エミヤ君、生物の魔力感知は全然なくせに、場所の異常には敏感なのね。
That's cool.
褒めてんのか？父さんはさ、
Oh yeah, that's not a compliment.
って知らなかっただろ？それはどういうことだよ。
何？それ言っていいの？
いや、いい。だいたい想像ついた。
賢明ね。まあ、そういうことよ。魔術師はね、一定以上の魔力を帯びて
Oh, so his mana level was too low.
そんなことだろうと思ったよ。
That's interesting.
これで生きている時刻はほとんど消せたかな。
じゃあ、結界を無力化できたのか？
結界自体はもう張られちゃってるから、効力を弱めているだけ。こんな結界を張るやつだもの。邪魔されて我慢できる性格じゃないわ。
Yep.
私の見立てでは、明日にでもボロを出すわよ。
Maybe even today or tonight.
そんなものなのか。
それじゃ、私は用事があるから先に。
God, I love her design. It's so cool.
いろいろ買わなくちゃいけないし。エミヤ君も今日は早めに帰りなさい。
なんだ、心配してくれるんだ、父さん。
The blush. Yeah.
違うわよ。協力関係になったんだから、勝手に脱落されちゃ予定が狂うじゃない。今のはそれだけのちょっとした確認事項。
時刻潰しなんて地味なことして。
Here he is.
お帰りかい？
The most likable character.
お前がしらみつぶしにしてくれた結界はさ、僕が仕掛けた保険なんだぜ。シンジ、やっぱりお前。
Oh.
構えないでよ、エミヤ。僕もさ、魔力もないのにマスターをやらされてるんだ。じゃあ、あの結界は何だ？だから、ただの保険だって。
Oh.
昨日女性徒を襲ったのはお前か。あれは仕方なかったんだ。
So he's Assassin's Master?
勝手に。おいおい、
Whoa.
信じてくれよ。僕は誰とも戦いたくはないんだ。わかった。待てよ、エミヤ。僕に協力しないか。もともと魔導の家は魔術師の家系なんだ。
Was once a lineage of mages.
まあ、正式な魔術師じゃないエミヤが知らないのも仕方ないさ。疑うなら、遠坂に聞いてみなよ。シンジ、お前のことをさくらは知っているのか？魔術師の家系は長男にしか秘技を伝えない。あんなとろい女に窓を伝えるもんか。で、どうかな？お前が何もしないんなら協力する必要なんかないだろ。へえ、協力はできないってこと？エミヤ、もしかして勝とうなんて思ってるの？そうか。ならこれから殺し合いを続けるってやつの家に妹は置いておけない。わかった。さくらには俺の方から言っておく。オーケー。後輩思いの先輩で助かった。ここで話したことは僕たちだけの秘密だぜ。こっちはエミヤを友人と見込んで秘密を打ち明けたんだ。ああ、黙ってる。
I have things I want to talk about, but I'm gonna wait a tiny bit. A tiny bit more. Actually, I want to talk about it because otherwise I'm gonna forget. So that's interesting because he said that Sakura, there's no way that Sakura would, like, that anyone would ever teach someone like her anything about magic and stuff like that. But it seemed like she was legit, like, so insanely talented, like, when it comes to handling bugs and stuff like that, and, like, all of that creepy-ass bug magic, or bug thingies, whatever they were, whether they were magic, magecraft, whatever it was. I can never tell, because you guys say that there's a big difference between magecraft and magic, and that we've never seen magic before, but they've never mentioned anything about magecraft. They always just said magic, 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 right? So I don't know which one is which, but either way. So they said that, yeah, they would never teach anything about Sakura about magic, but she seemed like she was way more capable of than someone like Karya, and Karya got to learn like knew some basic like magecraft or whatever. So I would assume that they would also teach someone as incredibly talented as Sakura something about it, but I guess who would be? I guess Zin, what was his name? Zin, the old guy. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know when he died and how much he passed on to people like Shinji and Sakura. I don't even know where Shinji came from in the Matos because he wasn't in Fate Zero, or yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't in Fate Zero. So, and another thing is he said he has no mana, which who is supplying his? Oh, I guess his servant. That's why his servant is going around stealing mana from or life essence or whatever from other people. Oh, because he can't provide his servant with mana. Okay, that makes sense. Huh.
よし、もう一本。
Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing now.
セイバーのやつ、やるとなったら手加減なしだもんな。トレス、オン。
Whoa! Beware of Splinter.
集中。
シロ、
なんだ、セイバー。
いえ、魔術の気配を感じ取ったので。鍛錬ですか？
ああ、一応毎日やってるからな。
入ってもよろしいでしょうか？
ああ、
シロの得意な魔術は強化だと聞きました。
まあ得意っていうか、それしかできないんだけどな。
強化の鍛錬というのはどういう風に行うのですか？
強化っていうのは単純に物の強度を上げることだけじゃなく、物の効果を強めることも含むんだ。これだとより硬く、あの電球だったらより
Oh, that's cool.
物の構成材質をイメージして、その中に俺自身の魔力を通して強化するっていう。
That feels really good for something like
なるほど。
electronics and stuff like that.
ラインより
Electricity?
一つやってみる。トレースオン。基本骨子解明。構成材質解明。基本骨子変更。構成材質補強。
Woo!
また失敗だ。
Oh.
実は成功率はかなり低いんだ。
いえ、先ほどのシロは集中をやや変えているように感じました。
Interesting.
ああ、いや、例えばこういう刃物だとうまくいくことが多いんだけど。
やはり私が隣にいては邪魔ですね。あまり高音を詰めないようにしてください。
ああ、おやすみ。
So if he like had a tool like let's say a flamethrower and he knew how it worked, he could just fortify it and make it spew like stronger flames. Is that how it works? It would be more effective in that way, or maybe it would use less fuel. Oh, is that assassin? I see strings. Is that the blade that Tokyomi was killed by?
ここは竜道寺。
What? Is it assassin and Shinji? No? Caster? Who?
焼きたらこか。
This girl.
シロ。
Caster.
キャスターのサーバント。
ええ、その通りよ。セイバーのマスターさん。無駄よ。 一度成立した魔術は魔力という水では洗い流せない。
With the water of
ま
mana.
してあなた
Okay.
の魔術回路のような弱々しい流れでは。
Oh, damn.
呼びつけやすかったってわけか。
マスターたちの中でもあなたは飛び抜けて力不足でしたから。
俺を殺す気か。
安心なさい。殺してしまっては魔力を吸い上げられないわ。初めは加減が分からず殺してしまったけれど、
Ah, the
今は
homicides.
程度よく集められる。
街で起きてる事件はお前が。
あら、知らなかったの？キャスターのサーバントには陣地を作る権利があるのよ。
Oh, okay, so that's why they're all, like, pretty bad.
ほら、見えるでしょ？この土地に溜まった数百人分の魔力の貯蔵、有象無象のかけらが。
キャスター、お前無関係な人間を巻き込んだのか。
この町の人間は皆私のもの。
キャスター。
さあ、それでは話を済ませてしまいましょうか。その霊樹をもらってあげるわ。
Hmm.
霊という概念そのものを退ける結界か。
That sounds broken. Who? Is this the master?
聞こう。その身はいかなるサーバントか。
アサシンのサーバン
No. What?
佐々木。
What?
立ち会いの前に名を明かすのは当然であろう。
名乗られたからにはこちらも名乗り返すのが騎士の例。その上でここを引いてもらうぞ。私の名は。
よい。敵を知るにはこの刀だけで十分だ。ここを通りたいのならば押し通
Are you telling me the blindfold girl was Ryder?
そうよ。霊樹を私のマスターに移植する。そしてセーバーには目障りなバーサーカーを倒してもらうとしましょう。霊樹を剥がすということは、あなたから魔術回路を引き抜くということでもあるわ。
She looks like Satella from ReZero.
あら、いい子ね。そういう頑張りは嫌いではありませんよ。
Oh, that does not look nice. Archer! Whoa!
とうに命はないと思ったが存外にしぶといのだな。
お前なんで。
何ただの通りがかりだ。
This guy, he's so cool.
体はどう
He
だ。
was keeping an eye on him.
キャスターの意図なら今ので立ったはずだが。
動く。
それは結構。あとは好きにしろと言いたいところだが、しばらくそこから動かぬことだ。あまり考えなしに動くと。
アーチャーですって？アサシンめ、何をしていたの？
そうだ。見ての通り八つ当たりを食らうことになる。女の劇場というのはなかなかに御しがたい。まったく
This guy.
少しばかり手荒いことになりそうだ。
That's the end? No fucking way, man. Whoa, what an episode. And that's it. Whoa, what an episode. So, it seems like I was wrong on the fact that I assumed that the blindfold lady was an assassin, but no, it seems like she was a rider. And if that's the case, then we've seen officially all of the servants of this Holy Grail War, right? Yes. So, obviously we have Saber, we have Archer from Marine, we have Berserker from Ilya, we have Lancer from an unknown master that we saw, then we have Caster from an unknown master, we have a Rider from Shinji, an Assassin from an unknown master. Interesting, an Assassin and Caster are working together, and also Saber and Archer are working together. Okay, I feel like we have it kind of down now. Okay, that's really, really interesting. And also, the Assassin did introduce himself. I wonder, I'm guessing he used his real name, and if that's the case, That's very interesting. It reminds me of Ryder in Fate Zero. What did he say? Like Sasaki Kojiro or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know who that is, by the way. It obviously sounds like a Japanese name, so I'm guessing he's from like Japanese lore or mythology or something. Or maybe even Japanese history. I don't know. But that's cool. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, I wonder who he is. I wonder who the caster is, who the masters are. Obviously, interesting. So also, it seems like the I don't know how that barrier works. You know, the anti-heroic servant barrier, because or heroic spirit barrier, because that seems pretty broken. Also, I feel like I talked about a lot of the things during the episode of my questions, so I feel like I don't have that many questions for the end now, because I don't want to obviously ask, oh, I wonder who the master of this one is, or who the master of this one is, because we're going to see that in the future, but it's going to be really cool to find that out. But I feel like I did have something else I wanted to ask, but I forgot. Well, anyways, it feels like Archer definitely was looking out for Shirou, which is interesting. Oh, yeah, the interesting thing is, when Shirou was having all of those, I don't know what they were, those flashbacks, you know? Or not flashbacks, but like whatever that montage was playing in his head when he was being abducted by the strings. We saw, I'm pretty sure that there was a knife that killed Tokiomi that is currently, should be with Rin at least, right? Because Hirei gave that dagger to Rin at the end of Zero. So if that is a detail that is consistent with Zero, then she should be the one who has that dagger. I wonder if that dagger was also used as like a relic to summon Archer. No, I don't think it was, right? I honestly, I don't remember exactly which relic she used to summon Archer in. I'm sure it was shown back in season or episode 0 in the prologue, but I don't remember which relic it was. Was it the dagger or was it something else? I think it was something else, right? But yeah, I guess we'll find out more about all of the lore and like all of the masters and stuff like that in future episodes. But this was an incredible episode, man. Holy. Also, I wonder if Shirou's gonna be learning more magecraft, or I wonder if his fortification is gonna be the thing that's gonna be becoming useful later on, or he's maybe just gonna end up, you know, being a pretty normal guy who knows some basic fortification and that's it, and he's gonna get carried by his demeanor and saber. I wonder if that's gonna be the case also. I guess we'll see in the future episodes, right? Maybe he's not even gonna become like an epic mage. I guess maybe he is just gonna be a guy who's really, you know, likable, really selfless, and who has the most overpowered servant on his side. But I guess we'll find out. Anyways, I'm gonna end this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.